Hello, welcome to We Care Counseling and Coaching Services, where we care about helping everyone. Today I'm conducting a counseling session with my client. Her name is Jennifer Santiago. Jennifer is a 24-year-old Hispanic female. She is born of first generation and was born and raised in San Antonio, Texas. Jennifer is heterosexual single. She has no children and she's not married at all. Her faith and religion is basically Christianity. She's a Christian. And today she's coming in because of work related issues. Jennifer has been having some thoughts of feeling unworthy. She's kind of often sabotaging herself because she is feeling as if though she's not capable of moving up in her job position, or she feels as if though she's not worthy of having a better position in her life. So today we're going to be talking with Jennifer, and we're going to be using the theory of cognitive behavioral therapy, where we're going to try to help her with having more positive thoughts and feeling more worthy than herself feeling unworthy. So hello, Jennifer. Thank you for coming in today. I really, really appreciate it. How's your day been today?
It's been okay. It was a really long day at work, but it was okay.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you chose We Care Counseling Coaching Services to provide this session for you. So tell me a little bit more about yourself. I know that, I kind of introduced you and gave some background a little bit, but tell me a little bit more about your background, like your family history. You were born and raised in San Antonio, and are you like only child? Do you have siblings?
Yeah, so I'm actually the youngest, so I'm like the baby of my family. Um and me and my siblings are all kind of like 4 years apart. So like the biggest gap I have between my family is like my oldest sister, like 10 years. And then it goes like 7 years, 4 years between me and my brother. And my parents both only speak Spanish, and so they worked a lot. So I was really kind of raised by my oldest sister. So I got more of the, I guess, like Americanized version. So I'm first generation, but I'm very much like a no sabo kid, and just, just kind of, that's a little bit of like my background, I guess.
Okay. Now, did you say you were the baby of the family?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So how is that? How did you like being the baby of the family? Sometimes that's like you get picked on a little bit from the older ones because you're the baby, but how did you like that?
It was pretty much that. Like I got picked on like by my older siblings. They kind of all were closer in age, and I was always kind of like the shy one. So I definitely got like bullied a lot, or just, and even it was all like childhood stuff, the typical like, oh, you're invisible, like to the point where I would like cry and stuff like that, or all of them just like making jokes about like just little things about me, like my gap or like things like that. So, I didn't really like it too much, but I mean, they're still my family, but it's just, I was always like ready to like move out and be older.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that's we all experience that as youngins. We want to hurry up and get grown, but when we
Yeah.
get there, it's not a good experience.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. So tell me a little bit about your job. Where do you work at?
So I work at the lodge at Leon Springs, and I'm an activities director there.
Oh, okay. That's fun. So how do you like that?
It's really fun. It's a really easy going position. Once I graduated with my bachelor's, I wanted something a little easier and not really having to do with my degree. So I work with seniors. And I kind of just host like little parties and events for them. Like we're doing a Halloween thing coming up on, like, I think the actual day of Halloween. We're doing like a little trunk or treat thing. So it's a really easygoing job, I would say. Yeah, I just recently got a little promotion. So I'm kind of just trying to, I guess, get in the flow of that with a little bit more responsibility.
Okay. Okay. Well, that sounds good. So how long have you been doing the activities director?
So I've been doing that since February, so I guess going on 8 months, 8 or 9 months, I think.
Okay. Okay. And so you said you got a little bit of a promotion. Now, is that like considered a raise or is that considered a higher position?
So a little bit of both. I was part-time and I wanted some more hours, and somebody was moving out of an assistant manager position. I didn't want the whole role because I wanted to stay in activity, so I took some of the administrative tasks, not the managerial side of that position.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's just a couple more hours in the morning. No, it didn't come with a raise. I didn't really ask for one. But I did take on more responsibilities and more hours.
Is there a reason why you didn't feel as if though the manager position that you didn't want that? Like, what was the reason you didn't want to take more so of that role?
I guess I've always been really shy and I have a lot of anxiety. And I kind of just felt like I wouldn't be, I guess, good enough for the managerial position. I feel like I wouldn't really do it justice the way the previous girl in that position did it. You know, I think it'd be hard to live up to those expectations for everybody.
For everybody or for yourself?
Um, I mean, I guess it's my fear that I guess I feel like I wouldn't live up to it. I don't know if how anyone else would feel about it, I guess.
So, what are some things that you often tell yourself about having that fear? Like when you were coming up to getting the job, let's just say you were coming up, you were getting the job, they offered it to you, it was the manager's role. What were you feeling at that time in terms of should you take it, should I not take it? You know, what was going through your mind at that time?
It was very pro and con. I think I knew that I wanted to stay at at the actual job, because it's a really good company.
Mm-hmm.
And a big part of it was that I feared having to go through the process of having to be picked again for a different company. And I was excited and I felt that it was something that I was capable of. And I kept reminding myself that, you know, I graduated with my bachelor's and I know computers, so I can do it. So it was really like urging pros and cons and pushing myself and saying, the alternative is having to start all over again and feel even more anxiety. So I guess that was part, like I was comfortable with the company. So I felt comfortable enough to say, hey, I'm comfortable with the people training me so I can kind of learn to be, it'll be easier to get into this position.
Okay, okay. So going into the position, you felt as if though you would rather be trained into it instead of just taking it offhand and
Yes.
just and hey, I'll take it. But you so is that what's happening now with the activities director position? Are you feeling like you're being trained to go into the you said you took on more of the administrative part, but is that more still the managerial role?
Yes, so it's I do payroll and I do the fire safety, and it has a lot to do with the company being in compliance. So it is a lot more responsibility.
Okay. So how are you feeling doing those things? Do you feel like you got it? Are you still kind of fearful, you know, and having some anxiety? Like, how are you feeling about that?
I feel good about the parts that I trained a lot in. But I think I fear messing up,
Hmm.
even though it hasn't happened yet.
Okay. Um, And I'm just writing. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So let's see. How do you feel about role playing in reference to having a different thought about having the fear that you have in terms of that, it hasn't happened yet? Because that's kind of what's probably I'm going to say that is bringing on some anxiety for you. So you fear messing up. So let's just say that I'm going to act like I am you. And then you talk to me about okay, so let me see how I'm going to do this. Manager. I'm the manager and you're going to be who you are, right? But you're going to talk to me about the position and I'm going to, give you some encouragement in reference to how you cannot have this fear of anxiety about messing up, because I know that you're not going to mess up because I've been watching you in your role, right? But you often feel that you are because you are who you are. So let's just role play that a little bit. So I'm going to play the manager and you're going to be who you are. So I'm going to say, hi, Jennifer. How are you feeling today? Thank you for coming into work today. I have another position for you, and I think you'd be great for this position. You do well with the seniors. You work well with everybody. You're a happy-spirited person every time I see you. So I really would like to have you on a higher position here, because I feel as if, though, your attitude and your happiness and just your outstandingness fits this position. So I want to offer you the manager position. How do you feel about that, Jennifer? Would you be willing to take that on?
I would feel semi-comfortable taking that on if I had a good amount of training before I actually entered the position, I think.
Okay. So what is it, the part that you think, and what is it, the part that you know? So tell me the difference in between that.
I know that once I learn things, I got it. I know that once I learn something, I will have it ready and I'm capable of performing those roles. I feel like the amount of time that it takes me to know it might be the problem. To where it is, I think that I can learn it in a good amount of time, but I don't know if I'm able to learn it as fast as the position would need for me to learn it.
Okay. So I still would like to offer you this position. I feel as if, though, because the type of worker that you are, and I've watched you, that you would do a great job. You would definitely get it, even in the time of your training. And I mean, I'm always here to help you. So all you have to do is ask me for help. And then when you can do your training as you go into the position. That's an automatic thing. But I don't want you to feel like you don't have help. Do you feel as if, though, you don't have help, or there's no one to help you, or do you have an issue like asking for help? Do you think that's something that's probably holding you back a little bit?
Yes, I think that I can ask for help if there's somebody who is, as like how you role played, that is able to be that understanding of me needing it.
Okay. So with that being said, I think that, and I'm speaking for manager role right now. I feel as if, though, I still would like to have you into the position, and I'm going to have someone alongside of you helping you go through what you need. If there's anything that you need, if there's something that you're not doing right, we're going to be there to coach you. We're going to help you. We're not going to leave you hanging dry. So I don't want you to have the fear of thinking that you can't do this, because if I felt like you couldn't do it and I've been watching you work, well, I'm not going to say probably, I would not have offered you the position. So I want you to know that that's the reason why we're offering it to you, because we've watched you. Will you be willing to take the position? Because again, we're going to be there to coach you. So, would you say yes to the position?
Yes, I would.
Great. That makes me feel so happy. All right. So, what do you think, Jennifer? Because with the role play, the reason why I wanted to do that with you is because I want you to see how sometimes your thoughts can have you thinking in the wrong demeanor or thinking in the wrong way. And you got to give yourself an opportunity to know that, okay, it's just my thoughts. It's just me thinking that. Because you probably thought no one was going to be there to help you. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So, and then in reference to that, how do you feel now? Like, knowing that they're going to be there to help you. Somebody is like, hey, you're not in this by yourself. They've automatically already watched you in your position. So again, you got the job based upon your work ethic from your position. So how does that make you feel now as a person in terms of moving up to that position?
I think it really helped me, because when I was thinking about it, when you were saying these things, it's true. I mean, they gave me the job for a reason, and they have been watching me. So if I was doing wrong, then obviously they wouldn't give me the positions. I really like that, because it really made me like be realistic. They wouldn't hire someone that wasn't already doing a good job. That made me feel a lot better, actually.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So with that being said, typically I will give homework, and the only homework that I want to give you is because I know that when you have those type of thoughts, it comes with some type of anxiety. It makes you like, oh, am I going to be able to do this? Am I worthy? Am I this? I don't know if I want to do it. So I want you to start thinking about some deep breathing exercises. So when you come across those thoughts, and those thoughts are going around in your head like crazy, and you're spiraling down, I want you to just stop and take 3 deep breaths, because that will help you to calm down for one. It'll help you to be in the present moment for two. And it'll also help you where you can think more clearly in terms of what, trying to make a decision. So let's try that one time, and then I'll go ahead and conclude our session. So I want you to count to 8, and I want you to breathe up to 8, and then bring yourself back down. So when you breathe up, count to 8, and then just bring yourself back down, and sigh out your mouth like.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that 3 times.
3 times, 2 times, whatever you feel is, because you'll feel yourself calming. So
Yeah.
when you get to that point, then you'll be like, okay, you'll feel it. So I just want you to be able to, feel it, because once you feel it, then you'll know exactly what I'm trying to do in terms of getting you to understand why we're doing what we're doing.
Okay. That made me feel a lot better.
Yeah. And you know what? I could even see you when you were doing it. I could see your calmness come down when you did it. So good job to you. So great job with our session today. How are you feeling? Are you feeling okay?
I feel a lot better than when I came in, for sure. I feel a lot better.
Great. Would you like to conclude our sessions and have another session? I mean, we can set up another time. I can email you, and we can set up another time for another session if you'd like. I think you did really good. And then we can follow back up with the homework assignment that you did with the breathing, and, just overall how you were feeling about the session. So if you want me to email you, and I can look at my calendar and we can see what we can do. Is that okay?
Yes, if you can email me, please. I would like to do another session with you.
Sure. Well, I want to appreciate you for coming in today. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. It was a very great session, and I'm glad that we were able to get some things out and, start getting you in the right direction with, thinking on a different level. Do you have any questions about anything?
Um, no, I think I'm all good actually. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, and thank you for coming in today to We Care Coaching or We Care Counseling and Coaching.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Bye.
Bye.